years, but maybe you go back 10. I mean, there were just always, the great wideouts. They played an X receiver into the boundary or the Z receiver to the field. And just like everything in our game from an offensive perspective or defensive perspective, people have evolved. I think that's a big part of why offensive football had evolved, especially when you're talking about unique, elite wide receivers, is that because often our defenses could gang up on that guy knowing that, hey, he's the X, he's always going to be into the boundary. You can roll coverage, you can dictate coverage, you can, take a great corner and put him there all the time knowing exactly where he's going to be. It's evolved to the point now where they move him all over the place, they motion him all over the place. And now, not all wide receivers can do that, but the elite special ones, whether it's CD or Devontae or those guys, they play every spot, and they can line up in every spot, they can motion to every spot, and it makes it hard on defense, obviously.
Now look, let's talk about this now. We know for a fact that CD gets trolled for being slot boy and stuff like that. Do that look like a defensive coordinator that's thrilled that CD is that versatile? Do it look like that? Trap. Don't that look like a man that got some stress on his hands? That man don't look comfortable at all. That man over there worried about where in the world would CeeDee Lamb be. Ain't no telling where he gonna line up from time to time. And that versatility is key with CeeDee Lamb, man. And now you see us spamming Lamb like I requested. And this offense has been on another level ever since that happened. So, man, I can't wait to see us continue this. You'll see I got some more interviews with CeeDee Lamb talking about this. They asked him, are you confident in your ability to be getting more opportunities going down this stretch? And CD said, absolutely. We ain't got to worry about that Kellen Moore stuff this year, y'all. We got a real head coach now. Trap. We ain't got to worry about that committee type stuff. Now we got somebody who we going to focus on. If we win or lose this football game, CeeDee Lamb should have at least, 15, 18 targets. I feel like that's, at least 15 targets. If we win or lose this football game, Jake Ferguson should have at least 10 to 12 targets. Tony Pollard should have at least 15, 20 rushes. Like, these are things that should happen. So you can't expect your best players to perform big in big games if you're not giving them the opportunities. You can't have both of them like that, bro. You gotta be able to give them an opportunity to be great. You stole that from them in the last 2 years. Now we got somebody who's gonna put them in the right situation to be successful. Let's continue.
It's a coordinated effort in the sense the rush and coverage working together. And that's the thing when you play against, and Dak is, Dak's in the same mold. Dak can create with his feet and his legs.
He made sure he put
trap.
Hey, I'm just being real with y'all, man. That dude do not look like a happy camper right now. Just look at his expressions. Like, that dude, he been staying up, man. That dude ain't got no sleep.
I think
look at his face. Dude ain't got no sleep, bro. He done had him he done had him a Coke 45 in his hand up at 4 a.m. every night for the past 2 weeks, knowing he got to play us.
Trap.
That man been stressed out, man. I love it. I'm glad I ain't got to do what he got to do. He got to deal with the
I think what makes Dallas unique is that, CD has, I think he has like 180 targets. I think he has like 180 targets. He has like 180 targets. And of course, he's an elite, great receiver. But I was with Brandon Cooks in LA. I think Brandon's been a great wideout in this league for a long time. The Ferguson kid is a great target for him. He's their second leading receiver. Now he's got, I think, half the receptions that CD has, but he's an issue and a problem to deal with at the tight end position. And
it's interesting that he looked like a man with some problems. he got 99 problems, and, you know, his defense ain't one. That's what it look like. Let's continue.
I think what makes, you know, Dallas different is that CD has so many targets and so many receptions. You know, they're and then you add in Pollard into the mix. He's very good out of the backfield receiving the, you know, catching the ball. So, but I think I don't know exactly how I would feel with that. If, you know, would you go against an offense that has an elite number one, or just a group of, you know, 4 or 5 really solid guys?
What y'all think about that? Because we just had both sides of the spectrum. We just had an offense with Kellen Moore where they tried to disguise who he was going to. It was all a blur. It was all, you know, it was X-Files music going on. Listen, we didn't want nobody to know who we was throwing the ball to. I just watched some of our film from last year playing Green Bay, and we was throwing the ball to Noah Brown way too much, y'all. So, you know, how do y'all feel about it? We've seen both sides of the fence now. We've went to an offense where they try to be elusive with Kellen Moore, and, you know, anybody can get it at any time. Now you see this new offense that Mike McCarthy implemented, that CeeDee Lamb is the focal point. Which one that you feel more comfortable about, y'all? Let's get a vote in there. Do you feel comfortable about a number one or committee? You know what I'm saying? Which one? I want to see how the people feel, because to me, going into the playoffs, the committee stuff is cute in the regular season, but I'm telling you right now, I think during playoff football, when you be able to do stuff like that, like I said, Mr. Reggie J, when you be able to spam Lamb, your big players go crazy in the playoffs. Tell me who beat us in the playoffs. Was it the others, like Shaq called them in the NBA for the 49ers, or was it Debo Samuel, or was it Kittle, or was it some of their top stars? Big players deserve the opportunity to play big in big moments and big games. If you're not gonna specialize or, you know, put emphasis on your big players in big games, what you got big players for? Trap. What you got big players for? It makes no sense. It's like you got a Lamborghini, but you only go 40 miles per hour every day. Like, it makes no sense. You're doing it a disservice. You know what I'm saying? So we got Ferraris, we got a Lamborghini. So make sure you feature the man. Let him hit the open road. Let him go free. Spam CeeDee Lamb. Continue to do what you've been doing all year. And I feel like that's the best for this team, man. Continue to be who you are. We don't have to change nothing. We've been successful with who we are. Don't try to be cute. Don't be timid. Don't be nervous. Go out there and play Cowboys football like we've been doing all year, man.